so that we may ultimately once again go and retrieve the Super Dragon Balls within our possession, but for our task is far from complete and the risks surrounding it grow with each passing moment as we strive to go and complete this mission. But even now while we do, Whis continues, and I am going out of my way to go and reach out to all of you because this is not merely a matter of retrieval, but it is a matter of preservation and caution, Whis says, for I only go on to urge you all to maintain a sharp vigilance over your universes and pay very close attention to any unusual disturbances, whether they just so happen to manifest as temporal distortions, energy anomalies, or strange portals forming in and around your worlds. And so while Zalama and I work towards retrieving the Super Dragon Balls, Whis continues, the Demon Realm's rebellion must not be underestimated, for their refusal to relinquish the Super Dragon Balls, should we succeed in locating them, will only most certainly result in conflict, and we must go on to be ready for any action against the multiverse will require for us to go and stand forward, for you must also be prepared for the possibility of being called into action, Whis says, as even though we angels are not meant to directly interfere within mortal or divine affairs, the magnitude of this crisis may require for us to step beyond our usual roles if it means standing to defend the multiverse, as should that very need go on to arise, Whis continues, then I will go and summon you all directly, and so be ready to respond without hesitation, for if that moment comes, then it will demand unity and swift actions, which all the while back within Universe 11, we only then take a look and seeing as to how Belmont was being fed grapes as he was relaxing while Margarita had overheard Whis' message, with Belmont having to then quickly respond, go on now, just one more ought to do it, as these grapes are just absolutely delicious. But tell me something, Margarita, and just what exactly is all this talk that I hear Whis having to go and explain himself over there, eh? For I haven't went and seen you on edge like this in quite some time, and so now what exactly is going on that seemingly has you on edge like this, Belmont questions? Or you ought to go and be shown relaxing instead, with Margarita responding, well, I do wish that this were easier to go and explain to you since I just got back into Universe 11 after all, but, well, there appears to be something that is taking place which is placing us all on high alert, which just may in fact endanger this universe if we don't go and deal with this issue before it gets any worse. Which, speaking of, now this was an unexpected surprise. Pride Troopers Dispo, Topo, and Jiren, Margarita says. And what goes on to go and bring the three of you here onto Lord Belmont's planet like this? For you all appear to be troubled by something from what I can tell, as Topo then went on to respond, we are sorry to have come here on such short notice, but we came here to go and speak with both yourself and Lord Belmont in regards to dangerous matters which just so happens to pose a risk in putting Universe 11 in grave danger, with Belmont responding, in danger you say, Belmont then went on to question, and what danger could our universe be facing at the moment that calls for my attention? Because the last time that we had went and faced a challenge like this was when that bastard angel Myrna was on the loose, which resulted in the destruction of everything, and so now fill me in on the details, with Jiren having to then chime in, it would only now appear as though that invaders from the demon realm have breached the boundaries of our universe, for their presence threatens the stability that we have worked so tirelessly to maintain, as their ambitions stretch far beyond just mere conquest, for they also seek to dismantle the very fabric of which we stand for, which is ultimately why we are all here before you now, Lord Belmont, as the Pride Troopers and I come here to seek out your approval for what is to come. However, even now, there is more to this than the security of our very universe, because during my confrontation with these invaders, Jiren continues, I went on to carry on in having to come face to face with a demon whose very aura I could never forget, for it was the very same demon who went on to destroy my family, my home, and Master Gichin, for this demon that goes by Kodos is the very embodiment of everything that I have fought against, and it has returned to spread its shadow over Universe 11 that I had sworn to protect, and so now therefore, because he is now here, I will not go and allow for him to go and try to do what he did before ever again, Jiren continues, and so because of this, I ask you, Lord Belmont, to go and grant the Pride Troopers full authorization to operate without constraints, as I only hereby ask you to go and let them take the fight to the invaders wherever that fight may end up leading, but as as for myself, I only want to go and ask something more personal of you, for I want to go and ask you to go and allow me to pursue this demon, and to only go on to do so without the fear of punishment or restraint, even if that means that I must bulldoze my way